Dear viewers, let's begin in the depths of the Amazon rainforest, near the border of Brazil and Venezuela, where the environment is so brutal that most humans would perish within a matter of days. The dense jungle canopy traps suffocating heat and 100% humidity inside. Venomous snakes hang from every branch. Jaguars stalk their prey in absolute silence. Disease-carrying insects swarm in relentless attacks.
Yet the Yanomami people do not merely survive here, they are thriving. What amazes me most about their adaptation to this place is that they wear almost no clothing. In an environment where most of us would be covered from head to toe in protective gear, they wear nothing more than decorative cotton threads or minimal loincloths. However, their true ingenuity is reflected in their architecture. Instead of building separate houses that would rot in the humidity, the entire village lives together within a massive circular structure known as a shabano. Imagine a giant donut made of palm leaves, where up to 400 people share this single open-air fortress. The central open space protects them from the dense jungle, and after several years when the palm leaves rot, they simply rebuild the entire structure. Their hunting technique represents pure and lethal precision. They use blowpipes and darts dipped in an extract from a paralytic plant called curare. But here, their culture becomes truly extraordinary. They practice endocannibalism. They believe it keeps the soul alive within the community. It is not about death, it is about eternal connection. Before we move on to a place where water does not even exist, write number 1 in the comments so we know you are still watching. The Kalahari Desert, sprawling across Botswana, Namibia, and South Africa, covers vast stretches of red sand where surface water is virtually non-existent for most of the year. Summer days scorch with temperatures reaching 45 degrees Celsius, while winter nights plummet to freezing lows. This is a place where the Sand People, often referred to as Bushmen, have lived as nomadic hunter-gatherers for tens of thousands of years. Their way of survival seems impossible until you understand how deeply they know the desert. They obtain hydration from water-rich roots, tubers, and desert melons. Whenever they find water, they store it for later use inside the hollowed-out shells of ostrich eggs buried deep within the cool sand. But it is their hunting technique that truly sets them apart from every other culture on Earth. They use arrows coated in a highly lethal, slow-acting neurotoxin derived from the larvae of specific desert beetles. This allows them to track wounded prey over vast distances until the animal eventually collapses. Imagine the precision required for this. In a landscape with no landmarks, no GPS, and no roads, they can track a wounded animal for miles across sand dunes, reading signs that would be completely invisible to anyone else. Their traditional clothing is minimal, usually made from the skins of small animals, because they have discovered that in the desert, less is better. Every adaptation is a response to the environment. Focuses on working with the environment rather than fighting against it. How long do you think you would survive there? Type 1 for a day, 2 for a week, or 3 for a month. Comment your number below. But if you really want to see humans challenging nature, you need to see the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia. It is an alien landscape filled with pools of boiling acid and lakes of lava. It is often called the hottest place on Earth, where temperatures regularly reach 50 degrees Celsius. Standing here feels like opening an oven door and stepping inside. The heat doesn't just rain down from the sky, it rises from the ground, wrapping around you like a suffocating blanket. The Earth is covered in layers of sulfur that release toxic gases. Acid springs bubble up from beneath the surface. It looks like the terrain of another planet. Yet, the Afar people call it home. They don't just endure the heat, they utilize it. Due to extreme evaporation, they are able to extract pure salt slabs directly from the earth. In the morning, before the temperature becomes unbearable, the Afar miners begin their work. They bend down and strike the ground in a steady rhythm, racing against the rising heat. Every day, their caravans of camels carry heavy blocks of salt, known as amole, toward the highlands. These salt slabs were once used as currency across all of Ethiopia. They use axes to cut massive salt blocks by hand and load them onto camels, setting off on journeys that last several days, trying to escape this deep, unforgiving place. There, cultural adaptation is just as fascinating. To protect themselves from the harsh sun and dry wind, Afar men and women traditionally apply butter, called subug, to their hair. It moisturizes the scalp and provides protection against the elements. Despite this brutal environment, they follow a strict code of hospitality known as FEMA. If you become their guest in the desert, they are bound by honor to risk their own lives to offer you their precious water and ensure your protection. In such extreme heat, danger, and isolation they face, do you think you could show hospitality like the Afar people as well? Yes or no? Now let's move to the exact opposite end of the spectrum. Deep in the Siberian tundra lies Oymyakon, widely considered the coldest permanently inhabited place on Earth. Winter temperatures regularly drop to -50 degrees Celsius, and the lowest recorded temperature is a chilling -71 degrees Celsius. Exposed skin can freeze within minutes, and even slow blinking of the eyelids, they can even stick together. At these temperatures, your breath freezes instantly and falls to the ground like ice. Installing indoor plumbing is almost impossible because pipes freeze and burst. That is why most toilets are built outside the house. Imagine what it must be like to walk outside to use the toilet when the temperature is nearly -70 degrees Celsius. When the ground remains permanently frozen, farming becomes impossible. So they survive on a heavy diet of reindeer and horse meat. One of the local dishes is called stroganina, which is made from frozen whitefish cut into long, raw, frozen strips. They are eaten like ice cream while still frozen and dipped in salt and black pepper. Here, food is not just culture, it is a means of survival, providing the essential fat and calories needed to endure this extreme cold. But what shocked me the most is that they leave their vehicles running all day during winter. If you turn off the engine outside, it can freeze completely and may not start again until spring. The entire town operates under this reality, revolves around it. Cars run continuously for months, creating a constant hum of engines that never sleeps. For true isolation, there is no comparison to Itakor-Tormit on Greenland's eastern coast. It is one of the most remote settlements in the world, surrounded by sea ice for 9 months of the year. The nearest neighboring town is more than 800 kilometers away. When the sea ice blocks ship routes for 9 straight months, they are completely cut off from the outside world. With a population of only around 350 people, the entire community is smaller than a single city block in many countries. Reaching Itakor-Tormit is an expedition in itself. Visitors must first travel to Iceland. Then they board a small plane to a remote airstrip, followed by a helicopter ride. There are no roads connecting it to the outside world. Their colorful wooden houses are not just for appearance. Historically, the colors indicated the purpose of the buildings: red for trade, yellow for hospitals, and blue for administrative structures. Extremely. In heavy snowfall conditions, these colors become survival navigation tools. Here, sled dogs are not a tourist attraction. They are an essential means of transport and survival across the frozen ground. The diet is entirely local, relying on seal, walrus, and narwhal. But the psychological challenges can be even more difficult than the physical ones. They must adapt to months of complete darkness during the polar night, followed by months of constant daylight under the midnight sun. Imagine living for 4 months in continuous deep darkness, and then another 4 months where the sun never sets. Your entire concept of time and sleep cycles would completely break apart. A normal day here can begin in such deep silence that you can hear your own breath in the freezing air. Children still go to school wrapped in multiple layers of clothing, while hunters prepare their sleds and check ice conditions that can change without warning. Life continues, but always at the mercy of nature. Now we move toward a place where the wind itself becomes your greatest enemy. High in the Andes Mountains of Peru lies La Rina. At nearly 5,100 meters above sea level, it is the highest permanent human settlement in the world. At this altitude, the oxygen level in the air is roughly half of what you are used to. Your heart starts beating rapidly. Your head begins to pound. Every step feels like you are drowning in thin air. Yet more than 500 people call this frozen, barren land home, all chasing the same dream of gold. Their unique labor system is called cachorreo. Miners work for 30 days without any wage. Zero. Nothing at all. On the 31st day, they are allowed to carry as much ore as they can lift on their shoulders. It may contain a treasure of gold, or it may be completely worthless rock. Imagine working for an entire month in oxygen-thin conditions and then staking all your effort on something you can carry in a single trip. Inside the mines, they do not worship conventional gods. Instead, they honor El Tío, the lord of the underworld. Miners offer him coca leaves. They also offer alcohol and cigarettes. The mine tunnels are decorated with their statues, and every miner carries offerings with them. When your life depends on unstable tunnels carved deep into the mountain, it is no longer just superstition. In the dim light of the tunnels, these horned, smiling figures become both a source of comfort and fear, watching over the men who risk their lives with every strike of the pickaxe. Their survival depends heavily on coca leaves, used to prevent altitude sickness, suppress hunger, and endure the freezing, oxygen-starved conditions. They constantly chew them to gain the strength needed to swing a pickaxe. Without coca leaves, they would collapse within hours. At this altitude, these leaves truly become the difference between life and death. Despite the danger, families also live here. Children walk the same icy paths, attend makeshift schools, and grow up within the constant rhythm of mining life, where fortune, faith, and survival are tightly intertwined. And if you think living on a mountain is difficult, imagine living inside an active volcano. Aogashima, a small Japanese island located about 358 kilometers south of Tokyo, is home to only around 160 residents who live inside an active volcano, and not just near a volcano. They live within a double caldera, essentially a volcano inside another volcano. The last major eruption in the 18th century forced all residents to evacuate, leaving the island completely deserted for years. Eventually, people slowly returned and made the deliberate choice to live with the constant risk beneath their feet, that the ground beneath their feet could rupture at any moment. Yet they have transformed this deadly environment into a source of sustenance. They use the volcano's natural geothermal steam vents, known as hinya, not only for heating, but also for cooking. Eggs, potatoes, and fish are boiled in communal steam pots powered by the volcano itself. They also use this steam to produce a highly valued sea salt that cannot be made anywhere else on Earth. Their favorite local drink is awachu, a strong alcoholic beverage made from sweet potatoes and barley. They did. Because of their isolation, every family used to make its own alcohol, which meant the taste varied widely from household to household. But they choose to live here. These are not people trapped by poverty or circumstance. They could easily move to mainland Japan if they wanted. Instead, they have built a close-knit community that celebrates life in their volcanic home. There are no traffic lights here, no crowds, and almost no crime. Just a handful of people who know each other by name. They have learned to read the moods of the mountain, to work with its rhythm, and to live on the edge of destruction. They have learned to find beauty in living itself. On clear nights, with no city lights for hundreds of kilometers, the sky becomes filled with stars, creating a breathtaking contrast against the unstable ground beneath them. In the harsh outback of South Australia lies Cooper Pedy, famous as the opal capital of the world. But it is equally known for solving an impossible problem with a clever solution. Summer temperatures regularly rise above 40 degrees Celsius, making life on the surface almost unbearable. So, they moved underground. The town, about half of the population, lives in dugouts, underground homes carved directly into the rock. These subterranean houses maintain a perfect temperature of around 23 degrees Celsius year-round, without any air conditioning. The moment you step inside, the suffocating heat instantly disappears, replaced by a cool, silent stillness. Thick rock walls act as natural insulation. No electricity bills for cooling, no constant fight against the heat. They didn't just adapt to the problem, they removed themselves from it entirely. This is not just adaptation, it is a complete redefinition of what a home can be, a completely new definition of it. The economy revolves around opal mining, but even their leisure activities have been turned into potential profit. A common local hobby is noodling, which means sifting through piles of discarded rocks, called muck, left over from mining operations in search of hidden opals. People spend their weekends hunting for treasures in what others consider waste. Every pile holds the possibility of a life-changing discovery. A flash of color hidden inside an ordinary stone. The thrill is not just in the search itself, but in the idea that anyone, at any moment, can uncover they can become rich in an instant. Water is scarce, and grass is practically non-existent, so they have adapted their recreation accordingly. They have a full 18-hole golf course made entirely of sand and oil-surfaced soil. Golfers carry a small piece of artificial turf just to tee off, and often play at night using glowing golf balls to avoid the intense daytime heat. Under the vast desert sky, the game is played almost in silence, illuminated only by neon trails cutting through darkness and stars. They have created a version of normal life in a place where nothing about life is normal, exists where there is no concept of normal life. After the world's driest places, let us now travel to the wettest place on Earth. Located in northeastern India, Mawsynram is recognized by the Guinness World Records as the wettest place on the planet, receiving over 11,684 millimeters of rainfall every year. To put this into perspective, in most places, even 1,000 millimeters of annual rainfall is considered very heavy. Mawsynram receives more than 10 times that amount. During peak monsoon season, the rain does not just fall. Instead, the rain arrives in continuous sheets, turning roads into rivers and the entire landscape into a blurred motion of water and movement. The sky is often hidden behind thick gray clouds, as if the sun itself has been erased for months at a time. In these monsoon winds, umbrellas are completely useless. Instead, people here wear nups, traditional rain shields shaped like a turtle shell made from bamboo and banana leaves. They rest on the head and cover the back, allowing people to work in the fields even during torrential rain, leaving their hands free to work. But their most incredible adaptation is architectural, because in this level of humidity, wooden bridges rot almost instantly. So the Khasi people build living root bridges. They guide the aerial roots of rubber trees across rivers using hollow trunks of areca palm, shaping them over time. It takes 15 to 30 years for a bridge to become strong enough to walk on, but over time, it only gets stronger. This is not built infrastructure. This is evolved infrastructure. And on their rooftops, thick grass is used not for insulation, but to protect their homes from the deafening sound of the monsoon rains. Imagine rain so intense and continuous that you need special construction just to have a conversation inside your own home. Indoors, the world becomes quiet, but never truly silent. The constant roar of rain remains, like a heartbeat in the background that never stops. Finally, we arrive at Furnace Creek in California, located inside Death Valley National Park. This place holds one of the most extreme climates on Earth. Holds the record for the highest recorded air temperature, reaching 57 degrees Celsius in 1913. The valley floor lies completely exposed to the sun, while surrounding high mountains trap heat with extreme efficiency. Here, life follows a strict schedule dictated entirely by the sun. All household chores, outdoor work, and essential tasks are completed at dawn. By 10 a.m., everyone retreats indoors and does not step outside again until sunset. The heat is not just uncomfortable, it is deadly. Even a brief exposure at midday can exhaust the body, can occur within minutes, leading to heat stroke. During extreme heat, the silence of the desert becomes unsettling. Almost no animals move, and even the wind feels suspended in place. A small population of national park staff and the Shoshone Native American community lives here year-round, surviving through modern air conditioning and strict adherence to heat safety rules. For the Shoshone, this land is not just habitable, it is ancestral. They carry generations of knowledge about finding shade, water, and shelter in this unforgiving environment, where to find it. But tourists often lose their lives here because they do not realize that their sweat is instantly evaporating into vapor. They don't feel wet, so they don't notice their bodies are rapidly dehydrating. The moisture disappears the moment it leaves the skin, creating a dangerous illusion that the body is not losing water, when in reality it is being depleted quickly. Locals drink several liters of water every day and keep every part of their skin covered with loose, lightweight UV protective clothing. In these 10, after exploring impossible places, a pattern emerges that challenges everything we assume about human nature. These are not stories of people trapped by circumstance or too poor to leave. These are communities that have chosen to live in these places and have adapted themselves to thrive in conditions that could kill most of us. The Yanomami people could settle in cities. The Afar could abandon the salt trade. The residents of Aogashima could move to mainland Japan, but they do not. Instead, they have chosen these environments. Is about. In extreme environments, they have found something that comfortable worlds often cannot offer: purpose, community, and a deep connection to a place that goes far beyond mere survival. Each of these communities has not only developed strategies to survive, but also built rich cultures, complex social systems, and spiritual relationships with their harsh environments. They have transformed some of the most hostile places on Earth into homes. And in doing so, they have proven that human adaptation is not only about enduring hardship, it is about finding meaning, beauty, and belonging in the most unlikely places. What does this tell us about our limits? And what does it say about our own capacity for adaptation and resilience? These communities remind us that comfort is not humanity's highest value. Connection is, purpose is. The will to build something meaningful, even when the conditions are stacked against you. So what does this mean for us? It means that human strength is not defined by avoiding difficulty, but by transforming it. In these extreme communities, which one inspired you the most? Have you ever found strength in difficult circumstances that surprised you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We always look forward to hearing from you, and don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell so we can meet again in our next video. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed it. Your support truly means a lot to us. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new video. See you in the next video.